How's it going, YouTube? Today we are working on a 2022 Ford Raptor. All you'll need to pop the door panels off with is a plastic trim piece tool, a little pick to get behind the cover, the reflector, and then a 7mm socket. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our plastic pieces. We have one behind the door handle, and we also are going to have one reflector on the side of the door panel. First, we're going to start off with the plastic cover behind the door handle. Kind of just get the skinnier part of your plastic trim piece. Try to use plastic so you don't destroy the door panel. Kind of just, it's a tight fit, but kind of squeeze it in there. Kind of go in at an angle if you have to. And kind of, there's only two tabs that are holding it in place on both sides. So kind of squeeze it in there and then kind of just twist. And it should pop free. Then you can just reach your hands underneath there, pop out. This is that plastic trim piece. You're just gonna have two little tabs that are holding it in place. Next, we're gonna pop off this little plastic red cover on the side. Usually I just use my pick and I kind of get in there ever so gently and kind of just twist. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you kind of see what I'm going at here. And then just kind of pry it out. And then it's gonna show one of the 7mm bolts. Behind that plastic trim cover is the other two bolts. And then you're gonna have two on the bottom side. All right, now that we have our 5 bolts out, we're gonna start at the bottom corner, grab our plastic trim piece, kind of work our way around. Kind of just bring your hands along the bottom till you feel the next pin. Then bring up both hands until it gets tight. Pop up, and then now that the door panel is completely free, usually I just bring the door panel towards the cab and it usually lifts right out. And so that is how you take off the back door panel. Now we'll move on to the front. Alright, we're on the front door panel now. You'll be using the same tools. First, again, we'll start off getting our plastic pieces out and our reflector. The only difference on this door panel is you'll have this extra piece up top to start. At the very top, kind of curl it, get your fingers in there, pop it out. Then we'll come down here to our door handle, kind of come in the corner, pull it out. Kind of wiggle it, it's a little tight on this one. Kind of work your fingers in there and it'll pop out. Same 2 tabs as the back door. Then we'll come over here to the reflector, kind of work it and just pull out. And then I'll show you your last bolt. So you'll have one up here, 2 behind the handle, 2 underneath the door panel, and 1 behind the reflector. Always try to keep the bolts where they came from. So like on this door panel, I took this one out of the top. You see it's tiny. I'm taking these out of the grab handle. So try to keep them as close as possible to the hole that came out of. Just kind of help yourself remember where they came from. All right, now that we have all the bolts out, we'll go ahead and kind of work our corner. Grab our plastic trim piece, shove it up in there and just kind of pry out. Pop it and kind of work our hands in here. And just like on the back door, just kind of bring your hands up till it's tight, pop out. And once again, once you get to the top, kind of just tilt the door panel towards the cab and it should pop free. And there she is. So that is how you take off the door panels off the rear and the front of a 2022 Ford Raptor. Thanks for watching.